control. Is there anywhere you wanna go? You're in control. Is there anything you wanna know? The future's for discovering. The space in which we're traveling. The surface trying to break through. Deciphering the codes in you. I need a compass, draw me a map. I'm on the top, I can't get back. You're in control, is there anywhere you wanna go? You're in control, is there anything you wanna know? The future's for discovering. The space in which we're traveling. is trying to break through. Deciphering the codes in you. I need a compass, draw me a map.
Hi and welcome back. Playing a bit of PS2 this evening. Game audio's quite quiet there. Mic's loud. It's a good thing. Playing a bit of Dead or Alive 2, which is the PlayStation 2 version. Hi there, Cool. How you doing? How you doing, Jason? So I usually play the Dreamcast version of this more often than not. Or play a bit of PS2 tonight. Not down again. You doing well? That's cool. Yeah, thought we'd play a bit of PS2 tonight. A little bit late this evening, unfortunately. Well, it might be better for you. Evening, Kojel. Co Jones, Delora, reloaded. Alright, Co Jones, alright, mate. How you doing, Daz? Yeah, we're just playing a bit of PS2 for a change. Yeah, a bit late this evening. Unfortunately, I had a few errands to run today, so it sort of put me behind for the rest of the day. But yeah, how you doing, Daz? Yeah, I did notice your return to YouTube. I don't bother commenting on your video. Well, you've done. I think you've done 2, have you? Have you done 2 of them? I know that you've done 2 of them. I don't want to jinx you. But yeah, I'm playing a bit of PS2. So this is the PAL version as well. We're playing PAL tonight for only 60Hz PAL. As far as I'm aware, we might sneak the odd 50Hz PAL game in, but I do tend to only play the 60Hz PAL titles, and the rest I play on the Japanese system. But yeah, this has been captured through one of these Keiko plug-in adapters on the back of the PS2, and just sort of captures the progressive scan output of the PS2. I say progressive scan, it captures a component out. It can capture progressive scan. Picked up a fat PS2 that needs repair. This one here, this PAL one, the motherboard battery, now the time clock battery, like that's dead. It's been dead for probably about the last 2 years, maybe. So I need to strip that down and change the. I think it says CR 2032. A bit like the one in the Dreamcast, but I ain't sure if it's clipped in or soldered in. I think it's clipped in, but I do need to strip it down and change it. So you'll see if you go into the options screen at the start, or the boot up screen I should say, if you go into the usual settings screen, like the browser screen, I call it the browser screen on the PS2, you'll see that the glowing orbs and the clock don't work. It's frozen each time. Supposed to be chipped, which got no power. Well, the Japanese one that I bought had got a chip in it, but I removed the chip. I don't fancy it being chipped. I wanted to take it back to, back to stock. I think it was one of these weird swap trick chip things. I don't know what the hell it was. Used to cause the door to slide in and out like mad. It's like it's like Arkwright's Till. If you remember Arkwright's Till out of that open all hours, it felt like it was going to take your fingers off. Pal is your pal. Pal ain't my pal. Pal ain't my pal, mate. No, I ain't a big pal gamer, in all fairness. Unless he's 60Hz pal. No, pal ain't my pal. No, palio. No. Unless he's 60Hz pal, 50Hz. Literally. Just can't play that slow pal speed. And the letterboxed as well. Awful. So this is a 60Hz PAL title. This ain't a bad version actually on the PlayStation 2. I prefer the Dreamcast visuals. They're a little bit, I don't know, smoother looking. These are nice, captured PS2 visuals, just they look a little bit sharper. But generally, I like the Dreamcast visuals more. I suppose this is sort of more like an enhanced version of Dead or Alive 2, and I think it's like the version 2.0. Yeah, it looks alright anyway. At the end of the day, it was one of these, like the YT HDMI things for a PS2, and it's just going into capture card. But it does capture progressive as well. So if you soft mod your PS2 and use one of them plug-in dongles at the back, going into an HD capture, to me you're sorted. You don't really need anything too fancy. Especially if you can soft mod it, you can put that OPL stuff in there. They say this ain't soft modded or nothing, it's just a basic PAL PlayStation 2 that I picked up back in 2003. This is the same PlayStation I picked up in 2003. Still kind of going, apart from the mobile battery being screwed. So this does look sharp. The original Virtua Fighters was as well. I think sort of helps with the capture without the anti-aliasing on there. Obviously it looks a little bit jaggy if you play this on like a CRT. Done it like the early PS2 games that didn't have like the soft image. They did look a bit sharp, didn't they? A bit jaggy. But for capture, they look really sharp. Same with the original Virtua Fighter 5, sorry, not Virtua Fighter 2. Virtua Fighter 5, one man about Virtua Fighter 4. One Virtua Fighter 2 another. This Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution's got like a soft filter on it. It don't look quite so sharp, but the original Virtua Fighter looks nice and sharp if you capture that. So it's the same with Ridge Racer 5 as well. It sort of, I don't know, helps I think with that anti-flicker filter, whatever it is, or blurring filter on them. It sort of helps the capture, keeps it nice and sharp looking. Yeah. But yeah, I don't mind this version actually. I've sort of got to like this version over the years. The lighting effects are nice on this. And some of the backgrounds as well, some of the textures are quite nice. But it's just the slightly low resolution and that kind of like jagginess to it. Sort of put me off back in the day. But now, you know, look, in hindsight, looking back on it, this ain't a bad game at all. I did want to pick the Japanese version for this. Never did. I just stuck with the PAL one because it's got 60Hz option. Don't know how many hours I put into this. Probably not many. They're 52 minutes. So I think it's the original. So you've got TV setting. You can choose 50-60. So I do like about the you know, PlayStation 2. A lot of the games later on got the 60Hz option, haven't they? My Mega Drive collection look like these days. It looks like two Chinese clone carts and about 30 original boxed Japanese with instruction games. Yeah, I've got about 30 originals. I just kept my favourite ones. I never had a massive collection of Mega Drive stuff when I recollected. I just decided just to collect the games that I liked back in the day, or stuff that I could pick up cheap. Don't really think I've sold many Mega Drive games since I was collecting. The odd loose stuff like I think I had Juju, as in like Tokyo 8-bit and stuff like that. I had a few of them loose stuff. Elemental Master was another one I had loose. But anything that I had boxed, I've pretty much kept. Have you still got some original Japanese Mega Drive stuff, Carl Jones, Daz, or have you got rid of them all and just gone with an Everdrive? Everdrive's a sensible route, or clown carts or whatever, you know, these Japanese, well, I say Japanese, Chinese multi-cart things. I've got two of them. 120 on one and something like 150 on the other or something like that. It's got pretty much every game that's released on the Mega Drive bar one or two. You can recollecting again, you Well, nah. They're just silly money now. They're silly money. They're silly money, mate. I wouldn't. It's up to you, but I'd just get an Everdrive and just get an handful of games that you really like. But it's up to you if you want to collect. But I'm out of the collecting game now. I'm just keeping hold of what I like, what I really like. I've sort of got rid of a few PC Engine games and stuff over the past couple of years, and even a few original Xbox games have been worth a few quid. I sort of let them go. And PlayStation 2, I think I had was it Blood Will Tell? Blood Will Tell. Have you ever heard of that one? That was like I think I flogged that for around 100 quid, 95 quid or something for a PS2 PAL game. Ridiculous amount of money. So I can't be recollecting again now. What I've got them. What I got. I put a lot of time and effort into recollecting sort of PC Engine back when, and got a little bit of Dreamcast stuff and Saturn stuff, and it was a Neo Geo MVS stuff. I sort of got into collecting that stuff. But now I'm not more collecting on the head in 2018 really. I just picked the odd bit up in 2019 and sort of stopped. Last game I bought was actually early 2020, and that was a game for the PS4. Well, for myself anyway. I bought the missus games for the Switch, but I ain't bought any for myself, in all fairness. Nothing new anyway. I mean, I've got 120, 130, I've got 130 quid's worth of Xbox vouchers, or I just stay spending any, you know, just I decided to buy anything with them. I could have probably got like, you know, a couple of years worth of Game Pass or something with that, I don't know. Yeah, just get the games that you like. I mean, the full collectors, you know, I suppose it's a thing, you know. But for me, Never really been a full collector set. Jobby collector. You know, hats off to anybody that wants to get a full collection, but I just don't really see the sense in it these days. Zach has kicked my ass. But yeah, stupid money some of the games now. And they say, oh well, you know. It's like Toots. Did you see Toots' video recently when he picked all them PS1 games up? Was there working design stuff was there or something? That's a lot of money. 500 quid's worth of games, old games. Tis in one shot. Exactly. I've got about 16 Super Famicom games now. 16, something like that. What have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16, 17, something like that. 8, 17, 18, something like that. Super Famicom games. I've got 30 Mega Drive games. I've got about 25 GameCube games. Probably got about 35 Japanese PS2 games. I've still got about 90 PS3 games and 150 Xbox One games and Xbox 360 games. And still got odds and pieces and bits of this and that, like all PSP games. I've probably got about 50 PSP games, a dozen Vita games, probably about 2 dozen DS games, or 3 dozen. Sega Master System games, I think I've got about a dozen of them left now. 2 dozen Wii U games. I've got more games than I need. I don't need anymore. So I've been slimming them down, stuff I don't buy. I don't buy anymore. But I love the Mega Drive boxes, in all fairness. That's why I've kept the 30 Mega Drive games that I like. I really like the Mega Drive boxes. I've got to admit, the Japanese Mega Drive boxes are brilliant. Subliminal? Alright, mate. Where did you pop in there? Sorry, I don't see you in the chat, mate. Alright, sub. Think I'd rather go on holiday if we couldn't spend our games. Well, yeah, well, that's it. At least it's your spending money. It's your spending money, innit? I don't think you'd get on not going on holiday for 500 quid, but it's at least you're spending money, innit? Well, you might do it over here maybe for a long weekend or something. It's a problem now, going abroad here. Oh, these are expensive, aren't they? Oh, we'll try time attack. Right, yeah, I might just do survival. Go on, we'll go with time attack. Bare knuckle, yeah. I say I got the original bare knuckle. I got bare knuckle 2, but I did have the original. I'm sure that I ended up buying that off the guy. I think he was Police Note something or whatever he was called on YouTube. He had the Police Note like logo on his channel. Or one of the characters had Police Notes on his channel. I think it was called the Police Note. I'm sure he was a mate of Sega Soft. But I don't know at the time I was buying it off him. But I'm pretty sure it was. And I ended up buying bare knuckle off him years ago. It was alright, but it had quite a bit of fade on the spine. And I was gonna get rid of it and buy another one, but I just ended up selling it. I never replaced it. But I've got on one of them copy cards anyway, China cards. Straight out of Wuhan cards. Do me. But I've got bare knuckle 2. Or Streets of Rage 2. Yeah, I know the Dreamcast one is my favourite version. this looks nice captured because it's got like slightly crisper visuals, like, innit? I wouldn't say better, just crisper, like. They look sharper because they're anti-aliasing. I think with the Dreamcast version, it's got like that anti-aliasing. It's nice and smooth on a CRT, and if you got capture straight into into a television, it looks nice. But when you capture it through the card, I thought, oh, see, this one looks a little bit sharper. Like. This one actually suits the components out on the PS2, I think, this game. Rather than like on a CRT, because you get that like slight flicker there with the CRT. This setup seems to eliminate the flicker. You just get like slight jagginess to it. Found that with the Wii U, the Wii to HDMI as well, gets rid of a lot of that kind of like blurriness, flicker to it. It's sort of sharpens the image up as well. And if you play Wii on the Wii U, it's got a slight blur to it, hasn't it? If you use that Wii to HDMI and run it through a capture card, it tends to get rid of the like that flicker filter on it. It does in mine anyhow. Yeah, I quite like the Dreamcast one, but this has got this is a version 2.0 in it. It's got like different backgrounds and stuff on it. Which they sort of remixed for Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, didn't they? Obviously this is just the African savannah in it with the... You've got all the wildlife in there as well, haven't you, on the Xbox One? Ah, not good. I am playing this with the standard PS2 pad as well. Got an arcade stick there, now I plugged it in. I've also got one of them Street Fighter pads as well. It's like a bit, almost like a Saturn pad. And I ain't plugged it in, I'm just using the bog standard PS2 pad. Which are the easiest game to play this with a PS2 pad. Yeah, there's a few backgrounds on this one. I think it's the version, it's like a version 2.0, 2.1.2 or whatever it is, like the second version, 2.0 I think. It's based on the second revision of the coin-op, I think. Yeah, we'll put someone else on anyway. That's been on for all of 20 minutes. It's quite nice though. But you'll see when we go back to the browser screen. Goes into the browser and then you've got now, oh, see how the orb spin. Nothing there, look. And there you'll see there's now the clock's wrong. Because the battery's dead on the board. I need to take it apart and change the battery. Oh, and it took me original Xbox apart the other week and got rid of that dodgy capacitor, which, in all fairness, there's nothing wrong with the one in mine. It ain't leaked or anything. The clock capacitor hadn't leaked. Predator Gaming HD, alright Jay, how are you, mate? Long time no chat. So I've been busy this week, I was late coming on tonight. So father-in-law had to go into hospital just for like an operation, like a little minor op he had to go in, but I kept him in overnight. We had to go and collect him today. So it's all sorted now, hopefully. This is one I bought way back and still held on to. I was unsure whether to keep this or not. You've had your OG Xbox for years now, and fingers crossed it seems fine. You don't think the clock of past has been changed? Well, I had changed it, I just removed it. Just popped it out. Just the old wiggle remove. Bare knuckle. Oh, nah, I can't be buying Mega Drive Japanese now, man. That would kill me, the price of them. It would really kill me. I'd be looking at it thinking, oh, yeah. You know, the times I've sold them for like probably half what I'm going for now. I always look at them and think, oh, you know, the price of retro now, some of it. You know. It's like PC Engine stuff as well. Stuff I've sold, I've generally sort of, even a couple of years ago, I've at least doubled the money on what I paid for them, because then they were rising in value. But now, man, some of the stuff, you know, if I wanted to sell some of the PC Engine stuff, I got, you know, you could make some silly money maybe, but yeah, exactly. So this is. It's very loud though, is it? Turn the volume up a fraction. So when you're streaming, all the volumes are all screwed in now. They're like an easy setting just to have them all running at. And again, these games always look better, don't they? If you got like scan lines on and stuff. But YouTube hates scan lines; it destroys them. Very rarely I've managed to like use a scan gen or whatever, or emulate stuff with scan lines on. They've come out well. I think I've got a couple of Neo Geo videos on here. I've probably emulated or put the scan line generator on, and they've come out alright. But generally, YouTube mullers them, which is a shame. Picked up Victory on the PC Engine. 13 quid, that ain't that bad. I think I paid about £5 for it when I bought it, when I rebought it. I bought it in a bundle of stuff from Japan, because there was like stuff like that. You got they call it China Warrior, but it's the Kung Fu. And there were, and like that Yoshi Jochi, is it? Yoshi Jochi, that Namco platform scrolling job. And Biruki Man, whatever it is, the Wonder Boy Monsterland game. They were all like super cheap. You could pick them up for like boxed for under a tenner, and then you just buy a bundle of them, spend about 40 or 50 quid, and get them posted from Japan. Now the postage, if you look at the stuff in Japan, the postage is a killer. It's the option. It's an easy option, game option. Difficulty, I'm gonna cheat and get down to 3 stars. Save. Auto save on. He's probably gonna save it now anyway, look. I know, the postage from Japan now is terrible. The price of it's shot right up. I think they were subsidised by the government at one time, man. I don't think they're subsidised by the government now. Yeah, mate. this is probably my favourite series of Street Fighter games. I do like Street Fighter 3 and 4. I ain't fussed on Street Fighter 5. But the Alpha series, I really like the Alpha series. They're good, really good. I'm sure this runs. I don't think this runs quite as well as the Saturn version, in all fairness, but it runs okay. It looks like it's got like a slight frame drop, and it is, compared to the Saturn versions of these. Well, Saturn version of Alpha 2 and the Dreamcast version of Alpha 3 have probably been my favourite. That's a game I regret selling, the PAL version of Alpha 3, because you got 60Hz option and it runs in, I think it runs in VGA and it runs in RGB SCART. This Alpha 3, I'm pretty sure Street Fighter Alpha 3 don't run in RGB SCART, the Japanese one. Might run in VGA, we don't run in RGB SCART, which is a bit of a blow. But I don't think this looks quite as smooth as the Saturn version, to be fair. It's alright, but it don't run quite as smooth, I've noticed. Oh, got the Namco game for 8 odd quid. Oh, the Yoshi Doshi. Yeah, it's alright. It's very simplistic. It's very basic. It's one of the very first games I played on the PC Engine. There was that. What was it? Power Drift. That? Power Drift Shinobi and Kyoku Tiger. I bought with a second-hand PC Engine. That was the very first PC Engine that I owned. And it got that PAL 5060 box on the back. It's got like an RF, but you could actually play it in 60 PAL if the TV accepted it, like which the TV I got at the time. Well, my mum got it at the time, so I was still living at my mum's. And the TV downstairs, my little portable wouldn't accept the 60Hz signal, but the big TV would. And you could play it in colour through RF, 60Hz, which was nice. Got what TV that was now. It might have been a Sanyo or something. Yeah, I've got the Street Fighter Alpha 2 and I've got the gold one as well, because you see that Street Fighter pack in it. I picked that was only about, I think it was about a 10 or something, or 12 quid. I'm sure it's got a spine card with it. Oh, a spine card with it. Right, that was in really nice condition, that was. But that was a UK seller back then, I remember it. Because I bought Burning Rangers off that same seller as well. And that was pretty cheap. I think I only paid about 30 quid for that, a Japanese one with a little mini CD. But again, I got that, now I got rid of Burning Rangers. I did slim a lot of the games down a few years back. I just sort of kept the games that I like playing regularly. And I sort of went on a, you go on a bit of a crusade, do you, collecting. And I sort of moved focus onto the Neo Geo stuff. So, got the AES, and then I ended up getting a Neo CD, and then I ended up getting 2 MVSs with a couple of multi-carts, and I've got about 15 AES and 15, 16 MVS or something like that. So there's about 30 of them games, and they ain't cheap, and that's some of them. I mean, some man, but a lot of them they ain't that cheap now, aren't they? I still want to hold on to Neo Geo stuff. I still like the Neo Geo stuff, even though most times now you can play Neo Geo from emulation, can't you? And it's, apart from getting the nostalgia of playing on the original system, the emulation in the OGR is pretty good now. Game Zone Birdroom. Alright, James, how are you, mate? Nice to see you dropping in. So I'm late tonight, a late one tonight. And they start till 9:30 here. I used to try and start about 8:30 if I can. I've been busy couple of weeks with stuff going on with like family parties and things. Birthday, and then there was a engagement party as well. And then there was like having to take my father-in-law to the hospital and go and collect him again today. So it's been a bit busy this past week. You know, it's like juggling other things around with that as well. You all good? Yeah, this is old Tuesday night, yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's Tuesdays and Fridays. It's usually, I'd say Fridays can be a bit busier, but for me, I like to keep the weekends free, to be fair. I used to watch some other streamers on YouTube. This Round's on Me, I'm sure you're familiar with them, but they ain't been on for a while. I used to enjoy sort of dropping in on theirs late on a Friday. Go for broke. Go for broke. You're going for broke in a minute. You're doing very good. Come on. I did notice that you got a video. You said a gift from a tuber, but I watched it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that later on. I usually like store all my videos up and try and watch them in one big run on an evening. I end up usually watching them through the Xbox now, to be fair. I usually put the Xbox on late in the evening, and if I don't play anything on that, I'll watch stuff for YouTube. Want to stay awake late on an evening, I usually put YouTube on the old Xbox and have a look through. Again, I ain't played the PS2 in a while. I thought, we'll play a bit of PS2 because it's like a massive library of games on the PS2 area. They're more like the older stuff like this to the 3D stuff. To be fair, a lot of my games, there's a lot of, you know, the stuff like the beat 'em ups like this, or the odd racing game, or collections like compilations. Like the Taito Legends, they're good compilations, isn't they? Capcom Generation as well. I used to have the SNK ones, the like the arcade. What's it? The SNK arcade classics, is it? I've got that on the Wii at the moment. I ain't got it on the. Can't see for me, my eyesight's failing me. Which is pretty much a Neo Geo collection, in all fairness. The arcade classics on the Wii and the PS2, they're pretty much the Neo Geo collections. Paul, you again on your videos on the big screen? Nah, man, they're alright. Just watching through the Xbox, it's just easier. I'll just have a chill out with a couple of beers and watch some videos late on an evening. I just try and find out who's I've missed a new IA. I did see that one. I caught you on the other day. What you on the other day? Oh, the one where you was looking through your systems. You're going through your systems, your setup, were you? So cupboards are, I've got all my consoles on and things, and I've had a few donkeys now. They say they were only like cheap stuff out of August. It's just gonna get a lick of grey paint at some point. I think that's about it. So this room needs decorating. It's been decorated since, I don't know, probably 10, 12 years ago maybe. Needs redecorating. I was thinking giving it a lick of paint or papering. But I hate papering. So it's probably just gonna get a lick of paint. Probably gonna get painted over. Rose, been schooled by Rose. Oh, saved. Yeah, I know. I've got shelves that I put that much stuff on at one time. They're quite so bad now, but I got like double height rows of DVD boxes on there, like game boxes, and I got like 2 rows of 360 stuff on one shelf, double height, and they were buckling, these shelves, because they're only like MDF style shelving, and they were all buckling. I think the brackets have actually warped the shape of them, to be fair, with the weight of them. I really shouldn't have put that much weight on them. I noticed the shelving was moving. I was like, oh, I better take some of that stuff off. So I ended up storing them over the other side of the room. Pretty near. I got the plasma. I got 2 CRTs. All the consoles and all in here, kind of set up in one shape or form. Them either going into a CRT or connecting to an HDMI, like one of these multi-inputs to the back of the telly. Or I've got HDMI leads hanging down the back of the plasma, ready to go into that capture. So it's I'm all over the shop. It is all over the shop. I'll be dreading to take everything out of it and redecorate, to be fair, so it's like sort of put me off. No worries anyway. Cheers, Daz. Thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah. My camera's sliding, moving, eh? I've got the camera on the side of the telly. It looks like it's moved out of position slightly. It's only like clipped on there. It's got like a fix, like a Velcro fixing. I'll put it on the side of the TV. I got like a proper tripod stand or nothing. It's very low budget on the Kaylied Gamers channel. Very low budget. Frugal gamer challenge. Heavy system. Frugal. Very frugal. Oh yeah, this is a beast at this game. How am I today? I'm alright, yeah. How am you, Jay? What you been playing anyway? What you still been on? Gran Turismo 7. Or you on Forza? No, he's playing Forza, are you? I did look on your channel the other week. Yeah, playing Forza. I'm sure you're playing Forza. I know you usually end up playing Tekken or something. The cables, man, yeah, cables are a nightmare. Score boxes, score switches. Come on. Do my head in. You got him. Take that, Sagat. You uploaded Crazy Taxi on the PC? What, the original Crazy Taxi? God, that's old, eh? slouching down in this sofa. Let's try and sit back up here. Getting too comfortable. The original Crazy Taxi. Hey, hey, hey! Come on over and have some fun. Gina? Oh, Gina G-string. Crazy Taxi. Hello all, hello, how are you Johns? You still got your spanner? Yeah, hey, come on over and have some fun with Gina G-string and Crazy Taxi. Gus? Who's the other one? Ice, is he the Iceman or something? Gusset and Gina G-string. Where's your spanner? See the post? Special offer on AliExpress. Yeah, it's Crown Vanadium. Special offers on the spanners at AliExpress. One special offer. They keep trying to sell me one of them GBS scalers though, yeah. Oh, I don't know. To be fair, I have looked at them, they look alright. When I get enough money, when I scrape enough money together, I might get one of them GBS scalers. Probably, if I flog in the OGO game, I could afford one. Speaking of play, it's be Edmund Onda. He's so powerful. I find worthy opponents and show them the strength of sumo. In the hopes of finding stronger opponents, he begins a journey. Oh no, you love AliExpress. Yeah, no, 48 quid is a steal. Yeah, I have been looking. I noticed, I don't know, it was your Grandad Gamer or something says, oh, like, look at them, and you give him a link, didn't you? I know, it's on your video, which I did have a look at. I thought, whoa, what's the price on that? And there was so much off, something like 29% off or something, Warren. This 4-way pad on a PS2 though, man, it's almost as bad as a PS3 controller. Eh? I am a fan of the 4-way pad on the PlayStation. See, just shows you. Do the old torpedo headbutt with that side of the pad, but try doing it with the other side of the pad. For me, yeah, a good slap. Keep getting a good slap. Yeah, 48 quid. Yeah, I did notice that. I was like, that's crazy for the money, ain't really? I think it's was it so much as about another 12 quid post or something, was he? He worked out about 60 quid. It's about a month delivery, innit? Obviously they don't take that long, do they? They cover the self coming from China, don't they? I did have a look at that, I did look at it. I am tempted. Especially for like, you know, stuff like Super Famicom and like a PlayStation, the original PlayStation. I can buy 48 of them. I know, yeah. If I sold one bloody Neo Geo game, I'd be able to afford 48 of them probably. The price of retro these days. Nah, the problem is I'm just too tight. I don't like spending money. That's most of it. I've got worse as well. I really have got worse. Like, you have to think twice about buying them retro bit sound pads 2 for 20 quid and getting a right tight wad. But probably say since 2018 I really bought a lot of games and stuff. I bought a couple of games in 2019 and I think the last game I bought was a PS4 game in 2020. It was that what's it called? The Yakuza collection, HD remastered, which I still ain't really played properly because I've still got 0 and Kiwami and 2. Oh, and Song of Life and all the others that I've got to play properly. So I started playing Yakuza 0, but I go back to it. I need to go back to. Started playing Batman as well, Arkham Knight on the Xbox One, and I ain't gone back to it. I'm just terrible for it. Start these games and I never go back to them and finish them. That's why I stopped buying new games, like new gen stuff, because I start playing them and never go back to them and finish them. I always end up playing stuff like this. Like arcadey stuff. Modern games are just a bit, I don't know. It's too much of a time drain, are they? Yeah, it's 60 odd quid, isn't it? With the post. Yeah, I think it was about 12 quid. 12 quid, 13 quid, something like that. Yeah, I did look at it. I was looking at them. Probably am at some point. I'm going to pick one of them up. They do look like the best all-round solution for the price, anyway. But yeah, probably since 2018, I've decided, like when I got the, when did I get the Xbox One X? Was that 2018? I was like, if I'm buying something, I'm getting rid of something, because I don't want a room that's like just totally full of stuff I ever gonna use. So I had like a limit on. If I want to buy something at 400 quid, I gotta get rid of 400 quid worth of stuff. You know what I mean? So I ended up selling a couple of PC Engine games to get the Xbox One X. And like, so that's the kind of thing I did. And like, I was getting rid of stuff to fund the Neo Geo stuff. And plus, obviously, I was spending money on top as well buying the Neo Geo stuff. But I'd be like 2 decent games out and Neo Geo gaming. So just to cut down the amount of games I had. So I had knocking on like 2,000 games at one point, which I ain't quite got that many now. But like, it's just a ridiculous amount of games. You don't need that many games, do you? Who the hell's gonna put? You know, if I played the game every day of my life, I would never finish them all. It's just ridiculous. It's like when you see people they've got rooms and they've got like, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 games in there, whatever. Oh, it's just too much. That would consume me. That would. Having the amount of games that I had was starting to consume me as well, so I've cut right back. Don't really do modern gaming, yeah, exactly. It's I like modern games, but they am a time drain. They drain your spare time. Because if you get hooked on them, you really do get sucked in, and you can spend half a day playing a game. It's like, I'd rather just play a game for a quarter of an hour, half an hour, and then put something else on. And with modern games, you struggle doing that, don't you? Because you don't go anywhere. I mean, you can play a modern game. You can play the tutorial in a modern game, and you can be playing it a tutorial level for like an hour and a half. You know what I mean? It's like that ain't right, is it? If you've got to play an hour and a half tutorial level on a game, there's something wrong with the game. It should be instinctive how to play it. You shouldn't need an hour and a half tutorial on any game. That's where I think a lot of modern games take the fun away, don't they? Because they don't allow you to learn the game. They're just too complex. And then you can't hop in and out of them, can you? I like switching between games and mixing it up a bit. That's what I love about the arcade style games. It's just a different way. It's different. Obviously, what I'm used to, I'm more old school. See what? It's a pad. Should put the arcade stick in, shouldn't I? The old clack stick. See that side, you'll do the pull off the old sumo torpedo, but like, you gotta do it that way. Crappy 4-way crosspad. Honda's working with a disability. Showing Blanca flashing his Y fronts to Blanca, look. Evening bean soup, boy. How you doing? How am I? I'm all good. What, you been lurking? I couldn't see that until you said been channel something. You've probably been lurking, eh? See that? Do the sumo torpedo. Come on, you big Burke. See, you can do it that way. Whatever that's called, this sumo torpedo. That's a sumo torpedo move. Yeah, get some slaps on the go. Come on. Some of them. Oh, he's lurking. Let's have a look. Last night you downloaded the Ocean Hunter for Sega Model 3. Nice. It's channel surfing. Channel surfing. Channel surfing, I think that's what you're surfing. Channel surfing. Yeah, you got to channel surf when you're playing the games as well, yeah. I love a bit of channel surfing between the titles if you got like one of them multi-carts. Like a Everdrive or, you know, your old clown carts or whatever, or multi-cart. Do a bit of channel surfing. Come on. Come on, there you. Big man, you. Big sumo man, you. Oh, nice. Foot in the face. Really, it's his own fault. Silly sumo man, he wouldn't do his torpedo move. Lou B. Yeah, busy night tonight. What's he like? It's like all the buzzies have come in all at once. How you doing? How you doing, mate? It's like you made it for the stream, yeah. Bid me good night, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. Cheers, James. Thanks for dropping in, man. I will, at some point, end up getting a GB scaler. I'll use your link. More than likely, because they say that does seem really good for the money. That does, the old GBS. GB, is it GBSC or whatever it is? GBS control, because it was modified, or it was modified. Was it Volta or whatever it was? Designed the mod, and then everyone else has ripped it off. Oh, he did the headbutt then, see him? The old sumo torpedo. Oh, and again, come on. Yeah, cheers, James. All the best for the bird zone. Game zone, bird room, or the bird zone, game zone. You know what I'm on about. I don't know what I'm on about when I'm playing online. Yeah, some different variants. The GBSC, yeah. Yeah, I've seen quite a few. One, they're on Amazon now, I'm now. So I think I've seen one or two on eBay. Mostly resellers, obviously. And obviously they're putting a bit of a premium on them in there. They're putting like 100 odd quid or whatever. They're selling for 100 odd quid. So they're almost doubling them in there from what they're getting from AliExpress or whatever. But yeah, this is the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology on PlayStation 2. The PAL version, which allows you to play it in progressive, which is quite nice, really. I tend to think it don't quite run as smooth as the Saturn version and the Dreamcast versions, to be fair. I mean, this, I think the Dreamcast version runs really well. Now, this don't run quite as smooth as the Dreamcast, does it? But maybe it's because it's in progressive mode, I don't know. Go back to the options. Exit. We'll choose another Street Fighter Alpha. Probably choose Alpha 2 or something for a change. Alpha 2 Gold. You've got the original Alpha and your brother 8. You've got Gem Fighter. Got that on PlayStation. It's alright, Gem Fighter, but it's a bit simplistic, innit? Go on with the gold. Got this one on the Saturn, Japanese Saturn as well. It's a nice conversion on the Saturn. Bear with us a sec. About that. So that camera looked off, didn't he? Look, off the edge of the screen. I've just realised looking at it. But yeah, I know it looked a little bit off centre earlier, but looked really off centre. Imagine the biggest issue is the lack of 240p on the PS2 conversions. So this is progressive though, but whether it's It's obviously 480p, I would have thought, wouldn't it? Is there an option to turn it into 240p, or is it just stuck at 480p? Take it, it's probably stuck at 480p, and it don't look quite as sharp, does it, as 240p? This has definitely got to be 480p, because this dongle in the back don't work with 240p. I know that, because it won't work with the original PlayStation games as well. I know that. Game option. We'll be going back down to 3 stars. Otherwise, it ain't gonna go anywhere. Just the phone, for some reason it's dropped down to 140 whatever it was p rather than 1080p, which is nice. Can't be Ken. Ken for a change, be Kenneth. A lot of these compilations use bilinear smoothing. Yeah, he does sort of. You can turn them on and off on some games, can't you? But he does tend to like smooth them up, doesn't he? Yeah, you can. I just like sharpening it up on the TV. I've got the sharpness. I think I've got the sharpness set at 50. It sort of sharpens them up, but he ain't quite pixel perfect, is he? But if you played them on a CRT, they were never pixel sharp, were they? You know, I mean, who owned a BVM back in the day? I think the scan line sort of made a lot of these games, didn't it? The artwork it made the graphics pop, didn't it? I think the problem with this ain't the resolution, it's actually the speed of the game. It don't seem to run quite as smooth to me. This don't run as smooth as the Saturn one. The actual sprites don't move as smooth. It's like the scrolling's got a slight judder to it. It just obviously tell you the strong point is it. PS2 2D stuff. Tell you strong point is it. I mean Dreamcast did better 2D, didn't it really? It's probably the lack of memory on the PS2 as well. That low video RAM, didn't it? If I remember right, compared to the Dreamcast. So that chipset, that Videologic chipset on the Dreamcast, nice 2D graphics, didn't they? And stuff like Guilty Gear and that, they were always better, aren't they, on the Dreamcast? Obviously, this was like more aimed as more of a multimedia system, wasn't it? The PS2, they wanted to be a bit of a jack of all. Obviously, with the DVD in as well. I do like the PS2. I've got more of a likeness for the PS2 over the years than I did originally. I mean, when I first saw PS2 stuff back when the Dreamcast was, you know, out back in the day when PS2 first came out, and I saw some of the release stuff on it. Well, very good, the Japanese stuff. But later on, stuff like Gran Turismo 3 and, you know, Tekken 4, Tekken 5, brilliant. Obviously, that sold it for me. But the early stuff on PS2 always looked a bit of a step back. Like, obviously, Virtua Fighter 4, the only system you can get Virtua Fighter 4 on, really, which is a crime. Unless you can get it on PC, but that don't really count, does it? Because that's the case, you can play anything on a PC, call you through an emulator. It's a bit naughty. Oh, thanks a lot for that. Again, I should have just plugged the arcade stick in, shouldn't I? This is like tough to play on a PS2 pad. But you got the cross pad and the buttons. They're like they just feel weird playing beat 'em ups, don't they? Fair, probably one of the best pads for beat 'em ups is the SNES in it for like Street Fighter. Even though the cross pad's a bit jank, it's that the shoulder buttons are nice on there, ain't they? You know that they feel alright. They feel alright. And it's one of the earliest pads as well, wasn't it? I do like the Saturn pad. I like Saturn pads. Ah, that was rubbish. Tuna, how you doing, Tuna? How you doing, Dive? Alright, mate. Bit of Street Fighter Alpha. Yeah, Street Fighter Alpha Gold. Street Fighter Alpha Gold. Yeah, cheers for dropping in, man. As always, thanks to everyone for popping in on the old live streams. Much appreciated. You know, I have been known to sit talking to myself for many hours. But it's always better if you got a few people on the old live chat. There's Tricks Arm, alright, cheers. Had a bit of a busy day actually. I had a busy couple of days actually. Busy weekend and a busy last couple of days sort of doing stuff. It says late sitting down, tea time tonight. So by the time I got sorted this evening, it's a bit later than usual. How you doing anyway? How did your exam get on? You had an exam, didn't you? Was it Monday? Do you know straight away your results, or will I sort of obviously let you know? No, this is a nice looking game though, isn't it? I do like the Saturn version of this. Yeah, Alpha 2 as well, not just Gold. And it ain't expensive on the Saturn, is it? It's one of them games on the Saturn, it's like you can pick up. It used to be like a sub 15 quid game. You did thought it was going to be stressful or it was easy. Oh, you won't know the results for a few weeks. Oh, cool. Okie doke. That's the thing, you get yourself wound up for these things, don't you? Well, you can only do your best, and obviously, I suppose you get the chance if you don't do as well as what you thought. You can always have another go, I suppose. So, it's only trouble in it when you've been working somewhere for a while, and then they like push other things into your job title and stuff, and you know, I had that before, and they send you on training courses and things and stuff. It's like, you know, you've been doing the job for how many years, and then they're still happy with what you can do. It's obviously just looks good, and it goes on the old skills matrix. There's always something else they want you to do for the same amount of money or less. Yeah. It's usually it used to be the bribe, but the last but one place I had was like, well, we want to put you through to the next tier, but yeah, you'll need to go on this training course and whatever. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then they try and push you. Well, they try to push me into management as well. You tested the management role. I went, no. No. Production manager? No. I don't think so. No, I'm quite happy where I am, thanks. We said how like they're constantly trying to push you forward. Trying to push you further up the ladder to slide down the snake. It should be okay, you think? Exactly, it's a tick box. That's where I was finding where I was with it. It's just literally to fill the skills matrix in. So it looks good on the office wall to say, you know, Edward, Harold, Arthur and Duncan have all got X, Y and Z, you know, and there they have. It's all ticked off on the, you know, you're on them all on the skills matrix and they've all got a big smiley face drawn next to them and a big tick. Hey. And then the boss, he'll get his bonus for that because obviously everything's all looking hunky-dory. And yeah, if you ask for any proper training on something you're interested in, oh no, I don't think that's suitable. Oh. Like years ago, I remember when I worked on the shop floor when I first started in my first job. They were asking what different things that you're interested in, like training for, and there were different courses, and you could do like forklift, truck driving and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that'll be interesting. Oh no, don't you do that? I'm like, what the fuck? It's alright when it suits them. Oh, they're frightened everyone's going to go and leave and go and work in a bloody warehouse. I'm sure there was. Huh? What the you know what I mean? It literally suits them. When it suits them, it's fine. You know what I mean? That's what used to piss me off. Exactly, it's easy. When I was supervising, that was enough. Yeah, I'd rather just look after my own quality issues than everyone else's. You just get reamed for other people's issues. You don't need it. Yeah, I do like Street Fighter Alpha. It's a really nice series, isn't it? The way the characters are drawn. First of all, I thought they were a bit strange because they're like kind of deformed, didn't they? With like they've got the big fists and the big feet and like they're like chunky bodies, isn't they? Compared to the sleek look of the original Street Fighter 2. But the more I've played them, obviously you get used to that art style there, and I do like them. I do like the Alpha series. But them like beefed up, ain't they? They're like super beefed up characters, ain't they? Well, the females not so much obviously, but the male characters. Saying that, even what's her name? Sakura. Even Sakura's thighs look a bit chunky there. Go on, we'll have another go at this. Let me put something else on. Nah, the old management thing is just push you into these things, are they? I think they like the idea if you're happy in your job, they always try to find something to irritate you and annoy you. But yeah, PlayStation for like a collection, this ain't bad, is it? The Alpha collection really on the PlayStation 2. Ain't bad at all. It ain't that expensive as far as I'm aware. I think it's like you can definitely pick this up for less than 30 quid, can't you? It's got the progressive option on it. You got like the 60 Hz if you want it. Plays decent on CRT. Yeah, I do. I like the Alpha series. I really do. I mean, I like Street Fighter 3. I like Third Strike and the Impact ones. for. And obviously, I like Street Fighter 2. Everyone likes Street Fighter 2, don't they? And Super Street Fighter. But I just like sort of like. I'm surprised how I do like the cartoony style of Alpha. Again, I should probably be playing this with the arcade stick, but that's that May Flash stick that I modded. So I've got PS2 compatibility. Yeah, I think it works on the PS3 as well. Actually, I think it works on PS3 and PC. But I never use it for the PlayStation 2. Never use it. I ought to. I can't remember ever using it. Like on a stream anyway. I've obviously tried it, but I've never really used it. Yeah, you played it on a PS1 the first Alpha, but I say it was a Saturn for me. It was, see, I picked it up used back in the day. I don't pay full price for it. I think I paid something like 20 quid for it or 25 quid. It hasn't been out long. So, not far from like where my mum and dad lived at the time, they've got like this game store, game shack. It was back in Dudley, and they used to get a lot of used games. People used to like buy them all the time and chop them in, trade them in, and you would get, you know, lots of Saturn games traded in, like stuff like Shinobi. I think Shin Shinobi then. Down the Saturn, I don't think it was a month old, and somebody bought it and traded it in, and then I bought it used, and I think I kept it for about a fortnight and traded it in. So obviously, you know, you get like a decent turnaround with like modern games. You don't bother buying them now, do you? I do remember buying King of Fighters 95, the ROM cart one. I bought that brand new from there. That was one of the most expensive games I bought back in the day. But the Saturn, oh, it's brutal, eh? Relento, it's relentless. Don't know. Oh, don't say he's going to beat me now. Oh, we got him. The Alpha on import, USA import. It was the Japanese one I had, Japanese Saturn. But yeah, King of Fighters 95 with a ROM cart. I think that was nearly 70 quid. But obviously compared to the Neo Geo, the AES version or whatever, it was like half the price at least. So it's probably a 200 quid game, or 95 when it come out. It's a bit simple, eh? Still move, just stay here. He's gonna cheat now. He's gonna use his cheap dagger move. Well, that works out a lot easier. Just sit there and just and wear yourself out. You had King of Fighters in the ROM cart as well, yeah. I was just like amazed with that. I love that game. I've still got it now. I say that's one of the games I had to get when I got the AES. And I say I'd never had it on the AES back in the day. Never had a King of Fighters game back in the day. I wanted 94, but it was still expensive. It's still like over 100 odd quid to buy 94 when I had a AES back in the day. So I was like, no, I hate paying now. Say Samurai Showdown was like knocking 100 quid, and Viewpoint when I had it, and I was like, no, I ain't gonna bother. And then I was like focusing on getting a Saturn, fancied getting a Saturn. you know, compared to anything at the time, which is still the Saturn and the PlayStation, it was like, back then you moved on to the next biggest, greatest thing, didn't you? Because they were all like pretty much like a giant step forward, weren't they? Not so much like the modern tech. The modern tech ain't quite so much a giant step, is it? But that like 16-bit to 32-bit, such a massive step, was it, with the like with the 3D especially. It's like Virtua Fighter and Daytona sold me on the side. That being like Mr. Sega Boy back in the day as well. But I do remember seeing Tekken and Ridge Racer and liking the look of them, thinking, oh, I might get a PlayStation at some point. But I never did, I never really got round to it, and then before I knew it, the Dreamcast was there, so I went straight onto the Dreamcast. Yeah, massive leap, Wari. That gen from 16-bit. I mean, 8 to 16-bit was pretty amazing. You like the colours and stuff. And the sound, especially the music, like, and like the Neo Geo. If you compare like the Neo Geo to like some of the early 16-bit on computers now, it was just like obliterated them, didn't it? But obviously it was more arcade based on it. I mean, even like the conversions to the SNES and the Mega Drive, the Neo Geo stuff, they're quite basic, aren't they? Obviously the ROM carts and stuff. But then you had the 32-bit jump, man. That was like a humongous jump, was it? And even stuff like this, the 2D stuff with like, you got all the animation. You got like the arcade perfect or better music if it was like remixed. And then you got the 3D games as well, stuff like Ridge Racer and then like Daytona was so great at first, was it was playable but just looked a bit rough. Then you had Virtua Fighter 2, Sega Rally. And then you had Gran Turismo later on, a 32-bit series, I should say. Era, it's not series. Era consoles are amazing. Amazing step up from the 16-bit. Yeah, a lot of the 3D on the 32-bit, especially the low-res stuff, is pretty rough nowadays, isn't it? Yeah, I put somewhere else on. Like you'll see here now, the battery in this is kaput. Good scanline filter does make blocky visuals of 3D. It does actually. It's weird, isn't it? If you play like old style 3D on a CRT or stick some scanlines on it, just to break them up a bit, don't it? I think what it is, the textures are pretty rough, ain't they? Plus the resolution. Like you play like a original PlayStation on play original PlayStation on CRT. It looks. I think I've got a video on my channel of a game. Is it Tekken 3? And they always ask me, say, well, what version of this are you playing? And it's like it's just on the CRT. They say it doesn't look this high resolution. What version you're playing? It's just on the CRT. Yeah. It's on the CRT. That's all it is. It's just on a standard consumer CRT. Nothing fancy, nothing added. It's all it is, just Tekken 3 running through the old PlayStation. I think it was running through PlayStation. Japanese PlayStation. I'll tell you something now, the CD games on the PlayStation, obviously they put them onto CD, be like this. To increase the increase the load speed, as in make the load screen quicker. The loud speed quicker. What am I doing here? hanging about, is it? Come on. Yeah, a lot of PS2 stuff as well was meant to display on a CRT wiring, especially the interlaced stuff. It's amazing how you can sort of like fudge the PS2 into like 480 and 720p. I know it does a 1080i as well, doesn't it? For in the vibe on this, it's really quiet. Just give us a minute. I'm just going to take a toilet break. In all fairness, I'm going to be like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's a great game. This I really like Gradius 5. I like Gradius 2 though, in all fairness. I like most of the Gradius games, the original Gradius as well. But yeah, it probably has got the best software catalogue, hasn't it? If you look at it. The PlayStation 2, you can't really knock the software catalogue. It's massive, isn't it? Such a massive, like, variety of games as well. Out of all the Sony consoles, well, I suppose modern owners would probably say that the PlayStation 4's probably got the best one, but I think probably you're right, the PS2, I mean, it's the biggest selling Sony console ever, isn't it? PlayStation 2, isn't it? I don't think PlayStation 4 really got anywhere near it, did it? I say it took me a while to get a PlayStation 1. I eventually got one. I think it was about 2015 or 2014, something like that. 2013, 2014. I eventually got one. For PlayStation, I've got all the PlayStations, bar PlayStation 5. So, yeah, so I've got quite old. you know, I can't say I'm a Sega fanboy, never owned a PlayStation. I do enjoy the PlayStation games. Yeah, the PlayStation has got a pretty good, well, it's got an immense library, it's a pretty good library, it's an immense library of games in it. Now, config, very easy, very easy, very hard. We go on easy because I'm going to get nowhere on hard. This game is just too difficult for me. But I do like this game, brilliant game. You need to bring the skills to this game though, otherwise, you know, you're screwed. Just panic at this game, don't it, a bit? I can't believe I missed out on that. See the spacing, I've just pressed the wrong button now using the wrong trigger. I do like using the spacings for the multiples. I just think it's a bit easier. And say this background level on here as well. The graphics on this level, amazing. Some of the best graphics on the PS2, I think. So I think Treasure programmed this, didn't they, for Konami? Obviously, you know, they knew how to push the hardware. So I'm gonna have the shield, why not? Yeah, beautiful looking game this. It's had the star effects in the background and so much going on in it as well. Not the quality of the design of the enemies and everything. To me this is top tier PS2. Oh no! The fuck? Seems a hell of a lot of stuff going on there, doesn't there? Madness, madness. Gradius madness. That makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it, when he actually spins round? So at least you can concentrate your shots on the outer areas of the enemy on here, where all the shots come from. At least you can wipe them out, them turrets. 'Cause man, that's difficult. It's brutal in this game. How you gonna have it, is he? Oh, I got done then. Oh, I knew that, man. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, fancy losing life on this. Looks stunning on a PC. It looks pretty stunning on this big screen, actually. It looks really good on this big screen. I ain't seen a horizontal scroller on the Dreamcast that looks as good as this. This is of it. To me, this is like probably my favourite PS2 game. It's like an exclusive for definite. Brilliant. Yeah, it would be nice if you'd got a re-release, wouldn't it? Alright, Retro Alarm, sorry mate, I see you there. Phone's moved since I've disappeared and come back. Yeah. Just something nostalgic about actually using the original console sometimes, isn't there? But obviously for streaming and stuff and capturing, I mean, emulation, you can't beat emulation for that either, can you? It's like, just for easy use, it's got to be emulation, hasn't it? For capture anyway. And for gameplay, I don't know. I think sometimes it can be a bit janky for it, PS2 emulation. The problem I got with this is like these buttons. He's got to spread my thumb out over the buttons because I'm playing it with the thumb. Modern game styley, making a mess of it the way I'm playing it, because you should really be using your fingers spread across the button, shouldn't you? Rather than playing it with a thumb. I've got my thumb spread across my two buttons and then wiggling my thumb to get the select the power up like. Which how ideal is it really? It's an ideal. Whoa, it's close. Let's change my position on the, that's better, on the pad now. Give me thumb ache. It's my favourite pad, PS2 pad. I do prefer the original, well I say not the Duke, not the original Xbox Duke pad, but the Controller S. Controller S is nice. Controller S pad. Controller S pad's like sublime, that is, I love that pad. It's obviously the original Xbox, I got the software library, the PlayStation 2. Now where has he? Wow, you dick! What's he doing? Should have gone between his legs, shouldn't I? What the hell was I doing? Leave me alone, bloody bouncy bot. Shoot him in the eye. Shoot him in the eye. Whoa. The amount of shots in this game though. The amount of bullets on screen. Let's get brutal, don't we? Let's get in here quick. Shoot me in the old eyeball. An alien. Should have gone to Specsavers. It's extreme laser treatment on the laser's eye, on the alien's eye. So give me a bit of laser eye treatment.
Roger that. I'm out of here. Good luck. You too.
Oh, we got a bit of speed up as well. A bit slow there. Oh, alright. How you doing? Alright. Sorry mate, I missed you earlier on the chat. Do apologise. Quote of the day. Should have got in between his legs. Oh, for definitely. Oh, for definitely. Oh, what the frick? No options or nothing, look. It's like that, all them bullets. Man, that's just brutal, eh? Evil. Evilness. Konami evilness. Oh man, I forgot about that, you teat. See, without orbs on here, without the multiples, you're pretty much screwed, ain't you? What's he doing? Come on. He turns into that salamander-esque second level boss, doesn't he? The vert scrolling level boss after. Then he comes back as some like giant weird version of the original Gradius boss, doesn't he? Good night, you crazy kids. Yeah, good night. See you, Johns. Cheers for dropping on the chat, man. As always. I'm making a mess of Gradius 5, so he's got to leave. I don't like it. It's painful. This gameplay on Gradius 5 is painful. Here we go. It's gone all salamander. Oh, without multiples, you're pretty screwed, ain't you? Granted, the more powered up you are, the worse you are in this game, but without the multiples, I think we're doomed. Yeah, exactly. Guff. Scrooge McGuff. Oh, all the fun stuff. What's this? Come on. It's a break. Come on. It's like the bullets off the edge of the screen there. It's like, it's even meaner than Salamander, really. Isn't it? You're going to end up with the laser shots now, look. Oh, rubbish. That was rubbish. Although the Capcom Generations is great in the PlayStation, what's that? If they remade Twin B and took the bell power-ups out, get out of here. Best part of the game, the bell power-ups. Twin B be now good without the bell power-ups. Oh, you definitely need a Rainbow Bell Adventures and Twin B collection. Definitely. Love a bit of Twin B. Give my analog stick a waggle. Bloody John Zini said I missed on the chat. So, pardon my ignorance. Yeah, the old emulation thingy, you know. Yeah, you gotta love them. You gotta love them power-up bells. You gotta love the old Twin B. Brilliant. Gotta beat a bit of Twin B. It's alright. The Satmon's alright. The remix version of it's alright, isn't it? Yeah, I'll put someone else on. That was shockingly bad. I like playing that game, but it's no good playing it on streams. Let's play something old school. Let's try some more old school now. Taito Legends. Come on. Crashed, didn't he? Crashed. Don't like that. Don't like having the disc ejected. Yeah, whenever I've seen that Gradius 5 being emulated, it never seems to run right, does it? It's weird, isn't it? Let's see what's on the back of that one there. It's like Darius Gaiden, doesn't he? Oh, a bit of camel toe. A bit of camel try. Yeah, both the Capcom and Taito PS2 collections are great. Yeah, alright, actually. Both the Taito collections is good on PS2. I've meant to get the Japanese version of Capcom Collection 1 because the PAL version ain't very good because he got a 60Hz option, has he? It's got some weird like screen tearing on a lot of the games. Oh, the Legends ones are really good in there. I do like the Legends games. And like you say, Legends 2, I'm sure Legends 2 is the one that's got elevator action returns on it, if I remember right. And that's love though, elevator action return. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they would. I'm sure if M2 actually decided they was going to create some kind of compilation of all them Rebirth games, that'd be smart, wouldn't they? I don't think the Rebirth games really got a lot of attention back in the day, did they? I think they were dismissed. I think they were seen to be like a bit old at. I don't think the press really got what they were supposed to be, did they? I don't think they really got a like great reception, did they? Back in the day, like Continental Circus, the original elevator action. I've never got on with that game. Jungle Hunt, oh man, it's pretty awful. Like the original Jungle Hunt. Phoenix, Plum Pop's another weird one in it. Rainbow Islands, quite like Rainbow Islands. Again, I played it in ages. Yeah, exactly. It's like most things, isn't it? It's the fear of missing out. No, you can't play them. You know, you can't play them now. You know, they're unavailable. And when they're available, no one cared about them. It's a bit of a weird thing, isn't it? It's like that console that you ain't turned on in 10 years, and you turn it on, it don't work, and it's like, you know, the disappointment. Press select to input a coin. Continue. Donate to. Was it one of the triggers for stars? Left trigger. Left trigger. I think it's a start button. Never owned the PC Engine version of this. I like the look of it, but I've never owned it. When I had the turbo duo, I never owned it. Oh, what a dick. Again, I like this game, but I've never been any good at it. I remember borrowing it off my mate on the Mega Drive. That gets a bit glitchy, doesn't it, the Mega Drive version? You get too many rainbows on the screen. It starts to glitch up, doesn't it? But I do like this. I like Power Soul Stars as well. That was good on PC Engine, wasn't it? I know it's probably a bit hyped to it, Power Soul Stars, because it's quite simple, isn't it? Everyone loves Power Soul Stars, don't they? It's a tricky game, this. It can be. It's like, I don't know, you've got to get into a rhythm, ain't you? Like a lot of these old coin-op games. Playing it with your thumb ain't no good. I say, these guys have tried to play like a modern game, you know, you do the thumbsticks in your thumb. It just don't work, does it? You can't do that with these games. Literally just got to race to the top of the screen, ain't you? If you want to continue on each level. You get the treble rainbow. Okay, is it a treble rainbow? Is that the biggest one, or is it a 4? See, chasing me up the screen now. Look. Yeah, and me. I always tend to like smash the rainbows up before you should. Obviously, you miss out on all the points, do you? Bye bye, Blackbird. It's just a simple looking game, innit? This, but much like Power Soul Stars, looks really simple, doesn't it? And Puzzle Bobble. Sorry, not Puzzle Bobble. Bubble Bobble. I always get bubble. I always say Puzzle Bobble. I mean Bubble Bobble. They look super simplistic, don't they? But they're really difficult. Well, I won't say really difficult, but like they're tricky. They're like proper old school arcade, ain't they? Like that. Just stupid move. I think you get complacent, do you? Oh, I was right on my ass then. They exactly give me a lot of room, did he? But yeah, this is a nice game. I do like Rainbow Islands. The Mega Drive version's alright as well, ain't it? It ain't bad. I think it's Rainbow Island Special on the Mega Drive, wasn't it? Lisa's Retro Lounge. Alright, cheers for dropping in. Cheers for dropping in, it's a game over. Right, Bubble Bobble's one of your favourite games, cool. Yeah, I do like Puzzle. I like Puzzle Bobble. I like Bubble Bobble. I like Rainbow Islands, and I like Parasol Stars. I like New Zealand Story as well. So to be fair, there ain't many kinds of games like this. They're all, you know, the kind of cutie Telltale games that I don't like. I like a lot of Telltale games. Telltale made some really good games in there. Yeah, cheers for dropping in. Appreciate the chat as always. But Rainbow Islands, I remember playing this way back on my mate's Mega Drive, and I ended up buying it off him a couple of times. I was okay at it, but I've never been really good at it. I never really put the time in to play it a lot, but I've always enjoyed it whenever I've played it. It's just it's sort of like a cheerful kind of simplistic style arcade game in it. There's no, you know, there's nothing like it, is there really? It's like with the rainbow technique on it. It's just like it's unique, isn't it? I can't think of any other game like that where you cast them across the screen to catch the enemies, and then you can like bring down the whole row of rainbows or whatever in one time. I can't think of anything else like that. Platforming. See again, look at that. It's up once you start running along the rainbows as well, you're doomed, didn't you? Playing this with a pad as well, it's the easiest experience. I should have probably just plugged the Street Fighter anniversary pad in, probably been a bit more responsive than this 4-way cross pad. It's very full of excuses. Oh man. Oh, it always plays better when you've had a drink as well. Yeah, I like New Zealand Story sound. Tuna's a big New Zealand Story fan, eh, Tuna? He likes the warp gates, they like the cheats. Oh no, the water! Get up, get up! Come on. Drowning, he's drowning. It's game over. Man, what we doing? We're making, as I say, a right pig's ear this, as I say, in the West Midlands. You're making a right pig's ear of that, as I say. Telltale made some classics, I did. I mean, Telltale. And that's probably why I like the PC Engine, because they made so many games on the PC Engine as well, didn't they? There are loads of conversions on the PC Engine compared to other companies, aren't there? Oh man, that was very good, was he? Let's put someone else on. Play New Zealand Story. See how terrible I am at that. Still blast some of these the old retro style games. I spent till playing through these. Let's have a quick blast through and play some different ones. Yeah, even, you know, attempt to play Rasta. Oh, I'm terrible at Rasta. This Volfoid's alright as well. Bubble bobble, bubble bobble. Bubble bobble, bubble bobble, bubble bobble. Oof. New Zealand story. Go on, we'll play New Zealand story. Bubble obble, bubble bobble. Bubble obble out. You need to play more PC Engine. Did they have it back in the day? Yeah, no, I had one back in the day. I ended up getting one after I got a Mega Drive. I sort of dismissed it when I first had a Mega Drive, but then I saw all the other games that you could get on the PC Engine, you couldn't get on the Mega Drive, so it's sort of like fancy checking one out. So I picked a used one up, a second-hand one. Was the first PC Engine I owned. Power Drift and other games, Shinobi and things like that. All the, you know, games that never got a Mega Drive release. Ultimate Tiger as well. I had that as well. Obviously that got released on the Mega Drive eventually. But no, it was really good. Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it back then. And then you're apparently getting a core graphics and obviously the handheld PC Engine and stuff. It's good. It's really good. It's really good back in the day. Obviously they've aged a little bit now, like a lot of the retro consoles have, but they're still quite fun to play a lot of the games PC Engine. It's like that kind of arcadey, quick fix games, isn't they? Keep him smoking there, then you see him. PC Engine Minis. I think Tuner's got one of them, ain't you, Tuner? Well, you can play the CD games on as well. The certain CD games are preloaded with your car act one of the minis, how can you? Again, I played this properly in years. You saw the Mega Drive version of this years ago as well. I've owned it a couple of times, a Mega Drive game. Different layout in it. It's like an advanced layout in it. It's right by the bird there as well. What am I doing? All over the shop. Don't help with this pad. I am a fan of the PlayStation 2 box standard pad. I should have changed the pad over. I am a fan of cross pads in general, but into the warp zone. In the wrong way, you know. Oh, it's been too long. Too many years. It's all over here, look. I ain't even looking at the map, am I? The laser. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was more than lucky. Come on. No, the minis are cool, aren't they? They're like a nice way to get like a really big selection of the library, aren't they? Like the PC Engine Mini, you can get to play the CD stuff as well as the U card stuff on there, and they've got like the bigger titles on there, like on the U card as well, stuff like Rondo Blood or Dracula X, whichever you want to call it, without like a mega expense of either like modding consoles and things, and you know, 'cause the old PC Engine Duo, they're really suitable, is he, for and the CD systems for modern televisions. It just don't work, does it, properly? There's a lot of modding involved if you want to get a decent signal. So a PC Engine just makes sense, doesn't it? If you're gonna get like something to emulate it, or the Mini. Yeah, I've seen a couple knocking around for about 50 or 60 quid sometimes, but they're soon snapped up in there. Used. It's a lot of times they're going for like near 100 quid, ain't they? I like the white one. I like the look of the white Japanese one, but I think the core graphics versions, but I think it's got the best selection of games on it, and it got like a modified version with speech on it. I don't think that's in the Japanese version, is it? Oh no, still got the turbo move, hasn't it? It's weird, if you look at the turbo, it's the same turbo as in Chase HQ, isn't it? The turbo speed. It's got that turbo like symbol. It's the same as the one in Chase HQ. I can remember the layout. Oh, I used to hate these things on the Mega Drive. Them, and he used to drop the crap or whatever it is. They used to drop. Oh man, terrible. Bit slow down there. Look, whoa, emulation station. We have to do a Jonah now, don't we? Oh, is he? Is it this one? No, it ain't this one, is he? Is he? Yeah, it is. You got to go inside the whale, haven't you? Remember this on the Mega Drive. We got it. Yeah, the PS Classic. I know that's pretty good if you want to mod it for like running as an emulation box, innit? But like I say, straight out the box, it was terrible. Yeah, I do remember a lot of people slagged that off, didn't they? When it got released, which is a shame, innit? Because obviously it affects other mini sales, don't it? When they get released and there's like issues with them and that, and like confidence in them dwindles, don't it? So. You know, you are wishing for it to get released and fail. You'd rather have it, you know, get all the wrinkles ironed out of it before they released it. I think the American market, they weren't happy with the fact that a lot of the games are like PAL on it, weren't they? If I remember right. And they were playing like letterboxed and slow and stuff and whatever, which is odd, isn't it? Shouldn't be any real reason for that, should there? Forgot about that UFO ship thing. Them lasers, man. Don't remember it being quite that meaty, that laser on the Mega Drive. Oh, what was that? Player 1, game over. Yeah, it's great if you can pick it up on the cheap, innit? If you can get them cheap, if you can get a PlayStation Mini, something like that. It's definitely a cheaper alternative than picking up a Raspberry Pi or something, because they're expensive, aren't they? They're expensive now, aren't they? The Pi 4 and stuff, pretty expensive. gonna go all kind of modern now. Finish off with a modern end of the evening. Gonna go all modern school rather than old school. I think this is set up in 4x3. Otherwise this game's going to look weird. Pay 10 quid. I know they were sort of giving them away while they're the PS Classic. £10. I know, it's a steal, isn't it? Such a shame that, like, straight out the box, the PAL Xbox original ain't got progressive output. It's got interlaced. It sort of kills the signal, doesn't it? It's slightly blurry. So does it does a disjustice to the system, I think, personally. Yeah, I know. I think I would have bought a couple for 10 quid, but I never saw them for 10 quid. But £10 would have been a steal, wouldn't it? Slightly jerky in it, this there. I think it's when it's accessing the disc, you get like that judder, the screen judder, don't you? I don't know if it's any different if it gets you know, like if you manage to hack it and stick it onto a HDD or something, I don't know if it loses that jerkiness. It's not the disc access, it makes it jerky, doesn't it?
GTO automatic transmission.
I've got heart attack mode, but I don't think it handles heart attack mode very well, does it? The PlayStation 2 port of this.
Magical sound shower.
Best bargain you got was a Super Retro K for 15 quid. That 15 quid's cheap. I bought one from America for 20 quid. It cost me, I think it was 20 quid for the console, converted from dollars, so it's probably about, what, $28 or something. That was very good, was it? $28, something like that. And the post was $12, I think. And obviously, because it was a fairly cheap item, I don't pay a lot of import duty on it. I don't think I paid any. I think I managed to skip the import duty on it. Frame drops on this, so progressive. Getting used to the buttons on it. Oh, there's the brake. We found the brake. Get a bit of drifting done once you found the brake. Some chunk manoeuvre there, look, what was that? Just drop frames there done in this version. It's a shame really, because it's nice, it's really nice and sharp. It performs better in interlace mode, doesn't it, this? If you put it in progressive, it does drop too many frames really. Retrocade, I say I paid 20 quid for the one from America, and I bought another one from over here. I think that was 40 quid. So I've got two super retrocades. They're alright as long as you like modern, as long as you stick retro arch on them or something. They ain't too bad. The stock hardware is a bit duff in it really. The stock software, sorry. Again, yeah, I don't know why they put the jank software on them, to be fair. It's like they ain't been like completely optimised, have they? I think the hardware in the Super Retro K is much like what's inside that Capcom. Remember the Capcom stick? The one that's shaped like the Capcom logo? Boffin is pretty much the same hardware inside the Super Retro Arcade. Like an orange pie SBC. It's in the Capcom stick, I'm pretty sure it is. So all the Capcom stuff does run on the stock hardware and software. It does run really good. There's stuff like, you know, like Ghouls and Ghosts and Final Fight and Forgotten Worlds, all that like CPS stuff. Run really nice. And Captain Commandos on there, I think, as well. That stuff runs really well. Obviously, I feel like they're like sort of rip-off version of Final Burn Neo. I think what they use on there is their software solution for the emulation. But Retrocade's pretty cool. But I advise check out a video on YouTube. Retro Invades a channel, and they give you a guide on how to create your own like custom software for the Retrocade that loads from the SD card. It's only a soft mod. You can just unplug the SD card, and you can run it from an SD card or USB. It's really good. Sort of opens the system up to much better performance and a lot more systems you can run on it and emulate. And that's all regions as far as I'm aware, be it the European region or the American region and so on. But yeah, now it's just like with most minis in here. I think the PC Engine Mini is pretty good stock, but a lot of the minis, obviously, they're still unlocked. Like, you know, just literally unlock the potential to them, doesn't it? Not just the library, but the performance as well. I think you got more performance, their control, haven't you? Now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations!
Steam. Yeah, Sega Saturn, I mean, I love the Saturn, I do. Obviously some of the games are a bit jank on it, well they? But a lot of the games still play nice today, don't they? Especially like the, you know, like the in-house developed stuff and the shooters and that. But it's a weird engine it is. Good game, well, it was kind of good game. It wasn't particularly great, was it though? It looks squashed up, doesn't it? Looks squashed up on that screen. But, you know, I ain't messing with the aspect ratio, honestly.
Game over.
Panzer Dragoon, yeah, Panzer Dragoon's pretty good, yeah. I like Panzer Dragoon's Y as well. If you play Alta on the Xbox, that's really good. If you want to play a really good Panzer Dragoon game, I like Zvi, Panzer Dragoon's Zvi, and then probably after that it's probably going to be Alta, even though Alta's obviously got better graphics. I do like the way Panzer Dragoon Zvi plays. I think that's really good. That is.
365 GTS 4-day automatic transmission.
I try time attack mode or art attack mode or whatever. I try art attack mode, but I've got a feeling the frame rate's pretty low on this thing compared to the Xbox one.
Heart attack mode.
Oh well, time for bed. Sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry, Di. I missed your comment there. Yeah, time for bed. Yeah, have a good one, mate. Cheers for dropping in. Thanks as always, Di. As I do try to drop in on your streams as well. Di does some really good streams as well. Always someone interesting on the Retro Tuning stream. Catch you again, man. Xbox Auto. There, yeah, Xbox Auto's pretty good. It's got really good graphics. It's got quite a fair few unlockables as well. It's got the original Panzer Dragoons and unlockable on there, if I remember right. I do like the remixed versions of the music on this.
Flashwave.
They're called like Euro remixes. I do like them, but see, they ain't unlocked on here. Does he? I mean, if you play Alta on an Xbox One upscaled, like, it's really good as well. Yeah, I don't know what it's like on the Series X. Obviously, Series X is going to make it look really good, I suppose, because like, if it is upscaled to 4K, but it looks really good on just an Xbox One. You know, like the bare bones X-Bone. Break button. Well, on a series, I suppose it looks really good. But the backwards compatibility, like say on a bare bones Xbox, what was that? Trying to drift? Oh, they really pay attention to the request books. E. Oh dear. Rank B. Triple A's. Sort of save that round. Go through the gates. Oh no. Didn't help maneuver, come on. Don't crash. Don't crash, don't hit anything. Yeah, lovely. Easier said than done with this controller. Here we go. It's right on the end as well. Drift more, right. So drifting, you can rack up the points with the old drift style. There you go. Big forest, canyon. We go with the canyon. Canyon's nice looking on this game. Let's go off-road in the canyon. Passing the cars. Come on. A bit more speed. Come on. Another car? No. Oh man, that was terrible. Run through blue. Come on.
That was fantastic.
The last minute save there. Gonna drift more, drift more.
You're so
if you notice the Xbox version of this as well, while it's got like very shadows on the cars and things,
Special request.
it ain't got so many like sun flare effects and things, has it?
Hit the blue card.
I think there is a way you can patch it or hack it or whatever, so you can put the effects back in the Xbox version, but they've cut a lot of them effects out the Xbox, isn't they? I forgot about these, you've got to break the ties in between. Oops. Oh no, nice! Oh, nice driving. Nice driving. Oh, I suppose I got rank B there, that was terrible. Run through red, run through red. Come on, run through red. Run through red, come on. Come on. That was too bad. We're a complete disaster. It's not a complete disaster.
Special request.
Series X. Be nice with Series X. Series X is pretty cool, isn't it?
Checkpoint.
Especially if you're using it as like an emulation machine slash, you know,
Don't hit anything.
playing backwards compatible titles as well as the new stuff. Oh, I'll tell you something, I've got a 1X and I wish I could play like Microsoft Simulator and stuff on it. And obviously the Resident Evil remake would have been nice with it as well. Resident Evil 4 remake, I suppose, would have been nice on the 1X. But
Go through the gate.
they meant to be easy. Obviously they've moved on from the 1X.
That was fantastic.
Can't see why they can't like convert stuff that runs on the Series X, Series S, to
Time over.
run on the 1X, to be fair.
Rank B.
Yeah, Series X. Yeah, it seems a bit of a bit of a monster, doesn't it? It's a bit of a powerhouse in here.
Game over.
But yeah, what time is it? We're heading up to midnight. 2 hours 38. We'll probably put one other game on now, or I don't know, maybe. Semi-modern or semi-modern game. Yeah, well, it's like the PlayStation 5. It's like a ginormous, isn't they, for consoles? I know at one time they were always pushing the size of consoles. I was like, the smaller the console, the better, wasn't it? It was like PlayStation 1 was always like the preferred size console over the Saturn, and then you had like PlayStation 2 was bigger than the Dreamcast. So there was like oh, the Dreamcast, like, you know, super tiny. And then you had the original Xbox in it, which is like the coffee table, like your dining table. And then you had the tiny GameCube, and then the Wii. They were trying to focus on smaller consoles, aren't they? And then you sort of, like the Xbox 360 is quite a big console. And then from then onwards, they didn't really seem to care, did they, about the size of the consoles? Even the PS4 is quite big in it for a console. PS3 as well. PS3 is pretty ginormous in it. So they never really bothered, did they? It was only like the Nintendo stuff with the Switch and the Wii that they bothered trying to keep the size of the consoles down. And so it don't really matter. Which is kind of odd, in it, you know, because they were always trying to focus consoles, keeping them small for the Japanese market. But if you look at like PlayStation 5, yeah, I would have thought that would be like the weirdest size for a Japanese gamer. That console size of PS5, much like, I mean, I think the Series X is a bit smaller, isn't it? I know Series S is the same size as a 1S, isn't it? But what I do like about the 1X is it's fairly small. It's only the same size as a 1S. But the Series X, obviously that's even smaller than a, and I know it's like cubed, that's even smaller than a PS5, isn't it? The PS5, whenever I see a PS5 I think it looks ginormous. I always do it whenever I play PS2. I always plug in the box standard PS2 controller whenever I play it online, on stream. And yeah, I've got this like Saturn-esque style pad, which I always put to one side thinking I'll plug that in during the stream, and I never do. And I've also got this Mayflash arcade stick as well, which is PS2 compatible, and I'll never plug it in. And it's clicky and clunky. Yeah, I know. But like, it's a proper arcade stick. Well, I ain't gonna play Tekken with that now because I ain't got it plugged in. The size, yeah, no, size is it's an afterthought now, and with consoles, they ain't bothered about the size. And yet, one time it was like, you know, like how ginormous is the Saturn compared to the PlayStation 1? There ain't really that much of a difference in size, is there? And then you had the Xbox. They used to criticise the Xbox, saying it was like a dining room table, coffee. It's like a coffee table to a Japanese person. Well, it started with the Dreamcast and then progressed on, didn't it, with the Xbox, and then you had the PS2 was sort of like bespoke hardware, wasn't it? But then they complained that it was difficult to program for originally, until they sort of got on board with it. And then you had PlayStation 3 and the 360. They were all kind of PC based, weren't they? PS3 went NVIDIA, didn't it? With a custom cell processor, the CPU, but the GPU was just NVIDIA, wasn't it? And it was AMD with the 360, wasn't it? And then so on. They went the AMD route, both, didn't they? Both the PlayStation and Xbox went AMD, didn't they? With that gen. With the PS5 and the Xbox One, and again now as far as I'm aware, they're both kind of like PC hardware, ain't they? Is it coffee table? I know the commenter I heard, they said it used to be like the coffee table. It's like a coffee table in a Japanese person's home. The Xbox would be the size of a coffee table. If I could believe it, Corey, you can be sitting around eating off using it as your dining room table, or a couple of stools sat around the Xbox. Serve your meals up on the top of the Xbox. But again, I do like the original Xbox. Some of the games on it, you just couldn't get them anywhere else that gen, could you? Like Dead or Alive Ultimate and 3. Alta, the graphics are immense in Alta. Ninja Gaiden. You just could not get them on any other system then, could you? That kind of the graphics. Even the PS2 sort of blew the PS2 out, didn't it? Obviously they were selling it at a loss, weren't they? can actually play this in progressive as well. I didn't choose to play it in progressive, did I?
The King of Iron Fist tournament.
Yeah, the PS3 had the cell, but the GPU was, yeah, it was Nvidia based though, wasn't it? It was like an offshoot, wasn't it, of the Nvidia tech, wasn't it? But it was bespoke. It was bespoke to a point, didn't they? If you think about the console tech inside, they've all had tweaks, a few tweaks made to them, haven't they, to like differentiate them between a PC card and stuff. Usually it's like they take out a few features, don't they,
Get ready for the
on the
next
console, stuff that I don't think they're going to use on from the PC cards. Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
It's a cost incentive, or it to keep the costs down after, you know, like 360 and the PS3. Yeah, I think they're expensive to develop, aren't they, both for that hardware? And obviously Microsoft, it became expensive with all the Red Ring of Death stuff, you know. They tried to simplify the hardware, didn't they? Made it a bit more like robust.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
Again. Remember what the buttons I'm in this now. Huh? You terrible, come on. Try again.
You lose. Continue. 8.
Yeah, that was an issue, wasn't it? That generation was really like, yeah, it was just really unreliable, wasn't it?
2. 1. Game over.
Really unreliable. I mean, I've had 3 Xbox 360s crap out on me. One only crapped out 2 years ago. Just over a year ago. No, it was just over a year ago. It was about January 2022, I think, if I remember right. Crapped out. I'm sure it was. I don't think it was 2 years. I think it was just over a year ago. But I had 2 crap out on me before then. One of them was like just in the warranty, a release one, and then one was a replacement that I ended up purchasing, and it only lasted a day and a bit. But the PS3 Slim, I waited for the PS3 Slim because I'd heard there was issues with the fat PS3, so I've got a PS3 Slim, not the Super Slim, just the Slim, the 320 gig Slim, and that seems okay, touch wood. But the original releases of both the 360 and the Xbox 360 were pretty unreliable, weren't they? And I was surprised my 360 Slim died a couple of years back, but it was 10 years plus old, and I did get quite a few hours use out of it, so I suppose it's just one of them things in story mode.
Iron Fist Tournament 5.
Yeah, it lasted a day. It lasted less than a day actually. It screwed up on the evening. I bought it around about midday. I probably started playing it around about the tea time, about 5 PM, and then by I think 9 PM on the evening, after about 4 hours use, it just crapped out. I ended up taking it back the next day to the store and asking for a refund, and they didn't give me a refund, they just exchanged it.
Get ready for the next battle.
It had got some weird graphical glitch on it. It was like a Red Rod error. It was it was another fault. It was
Round one.
just weird the way it
Fight.
glitched. It's like the graphics chip had corrupted. There's a lot all corruption all over the screen and stuff. It just looked a complete mess. Really bad. You just couldn't make out. You can make out little graphics, but they're all like corrupted.
You win. Round two.
Oh, I was angry. I was just a little. I was angry when they said that I'd have to send it off to Microsoft. And I said I've already just got. I think I'd already just got rid of one that I had returned from Microsoft because I exchanged one, my first 360, and it came back, and it was exchanged for a really dirty looking machine. I mean, mine was like mint. Oh, look after my stuff. And this one that came back looked like it had a 60-day habit. It was all like nicotine stained and stuff, and then it was all terrible. And I was going to complain to Microsoft, and I thought, no, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it and trade it in. I took it to CX
Get ready
and
for the next battle.
sold it. I sold it to CX.
Round one. Fight.
Just trade it in for cash. I think I got something like 110 quid for it or whatever, and I put that towards replacing it with a basic Xbox 360 arcade, which was the first one that I had for a day, which I bought from Game Station, if I remember right. And it cracked out. It cracked out in the first day of owning it. And I was like, because I've got quite a sizable Xbox 360 collection, so if I'd only got like 3 or 4 Xbox games, I would have probably just gone like, you know, screw that off. I think I want to continue to support the Xbox brand. That would have really soured me, like. But because I got that many good 360 games which I enjoyed playing before the system died on me, I was stuck with the Xbox. I probably got about 50 or 60 Xbox games at the time, I'm sure I had. So I've got that big library of games that sort of kept me up to the system.
You win. Get ready for the next battle.
They gave you a free controller. I don't think they really offered anything in
Fight.
I never got anything back from Microsoft. All I got was they just sent me the coffin box to post it back to him. It went back to UPS. And as I say, it was mint. There was no markings on the console. It must have just overheated as they always did. There's no scratches on it or anything. I kept it in like an hi-fi cabinet that was fairly well ventilated. So first of all, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should give it more ventilation, but then I found out that it was a common thing, and they extended the warranty.
Round two. Fight.
And it was, it's just one of them things. But when they exchanged it for a disgusting quality console, I was like, I can't keep that. I'm just going to get another one and replace it. I remember my missus saying, it was like, you must be mad, what you buying another one for? And I said, well, because I like it, but I don't want that one. So, well, you go play the same. I said, it's just I don't want it. It looks disgusting. I don't know what the hell they've done to it, but
Get ready for the next battle.
this looks like something out of DK old, isn't it? Oh. Like I say, the ones I've always bought brand new. I've never bought a used 360. They've always been brand
Round
new.
one. Fight.
The only used consoles I got, which I bought used, was this PS2. It's PAL PS2, which I bought used. I think I paid 125 quid or something like that back in 2003. Which is all boxed and everything. It's like really nice condition with the the original controllers and all the, you know, all the bump and everything with it. It's just like nice. And the Japanese PS2 I bought used. I've got a spare Dreamcast I bought used. The Saturn was used. But the PS3, the Xboxes I've got, the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, the One X, the Xbox One, the Wii, the Wii U. They're all. I always bought them new. I bought them new. It's on the used Japanese PlayStation 1, one Dreamcast, the Super Graphics and the PC Engine, the little PC Engine I've got, that was used as well. But all the newer stuff, everything since the Dreamcast, the GameCube as well, is new as well. But the older stuff, I've tended to buy used, obviously. You gotta buy that new box without paying thousands again.
7, 6, 5.
But yeah, you can play a lot of 360 games on the Xbox One, can't you? The Xbox One backwards compatibility of 360 was good, much better than the original Xbox on the 360. That was very miss for it, to be fair. I've got like probably a third of my 360 collection that I've put to one side on the shelf there. They're now backwards compatible. You know, even stuff from Alan Wake right up to, you know, like the Mass Effects, the Gears of War 3, you know, it's like stuff like Orange Box. They're all compatible on the Xbox One, aren't they? The backwards compatibility list really good. I mean, even the original Xbox stuff like Ninja Gaiden Black, and pity the original Ninja Gaiden ain't backwards compatible, but you've got like the Dead or Alive games as well, haven't you? All the Dead or Alive games that were released on Xbox are backwards compatible now, aren't they, on the Xbox One, the series. Anyway, I think that's me for this evening. Cheers everyone for dropping in on the chat, and it's 20 past midnight UK time, so I'm going to clear off, and all I'd say is have a really good week, all the best, and thanks for dropping in on the chat, much appreciated, and catch you again. I may do a stream on Friday, but more than likely it's probably going to be next Tuesday. So yeah, no worries. Thank you very much. Yeah, great. Thanks to the chats. Appreciated. Cheers, Bean. Cheers, Lisa's Retro Lounge. Cheers, Louis B. Cheers, Subliminal. Cheers, Retro Tuner. Cheers, Predator Gaming HD. Cheers, Kinda Cool from way back at the start. Cheers, Game Zone Birdroom. Who else have I missed out? John Zini, the great John Zini, popped into solo. Who else is the guy? Retro Alarm. It's been a busy night tonight. I like it busy on the streams. And obviously Bean Soup. Bean Soup's always here, ain't you, Bean? Cheers, Bean. Again. Even if he's lurking. Cheers again. Have a good one. Catch you again next week, possibly. Maybe Friday, depending on how the mood takes me. Good night. Adios.
You're in control, is there anywhere you wanna go? You're in control, is there anything you wanna know? The future's for discovering. The space in which we're traveling.